Welcome to the Kokomo Lantern, shining a light to illuminate the good and eliminate the shadows in our community. I'm April Chaplin, and here are your latest headlines. The mess at the Meadows. Terrace Meadows apartments are in poor condition. Howard County is suing to force compliance with its health order. When the tenant above Melissa McHenry's apartment at Terrace Meadows flushed her toilet, Melissa's sinks overflowed with raw sewage. When Nicholas Hunt and his fiancée moved into their apartment at Terrace Meadows, they found black mold growing, and mice took up residence. These stories are not out of the ordinary among residents at the Southside apartment complex, and the problems aren't being addressed by management. The situation has become so dire that Howard County now has filed suit against the owners of the apartments, demanding a solution. But the fix can't come soon enough for residents who have suffered through unsafe living conditions since August. Technocats hit the State House. Kokomo High School students speak to the governor and legislators about the importance of STEM education. On February 1st, Kokomo High School's Technocats robotics team traveled to the Indiana State House as participants in First Robotics Day. Organized by First in Indiana, the event was part of a worldwide effort to inspire young people to be leaders in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics industries. This particular event allowed robotics and other STEM-related teams from all over the state to meet with their local legislators and show how important investing in STEM education can be for the future of Indiana. The Kokomo High School students presented their robotic work to Governor Eric Holcomb and State Representative Mike Parakoff in the rotunda of the State House. ARP projects still on the wish list. Water to Oakford and the contamination at the city's wastewater treatment plant are among the top priorities for federal funds. The $1.9 trillion American Recovery Plan Act sent federal dollars across the nation for COVID-19 relief, and $19.8 million of it fell into the coffers of the city of Kokomo. Since last March, the city administration has worked on applying those funds to its wish list of projects to improve the community. Last week, the Kokomo Common Council reappropriated $9.8 million of those funds for the 2022 fiscal year, as very few of the planned projects actually got off the ground between March and December of 2021. According to Kokomo Mayor Tyler Moore, the major ARP expenditure last year involved writing a check to Ivy Tech Community College for its planned Industry 4.0 lab. Beyond that, most of the projects the city wants to tackle are still in flux. What's the READY Grant proposal? Local leaders have spoken repeatedly about the READY Grant and how the money might be used. But what is the grant, and what have those leaders requested? The Regional Economic Acceleration and Development Initiative is a program that appropriates $500 million in state tax revenue for investments to catalyze economic development and growth. The initiative is overseen by the Indiana Department of Economic Development, and the funding is split among 17 regional partnerships. The hope was that the region would receive $50 million in funding. The actual amount was $30 million, which means some of the proposed projects will either be reduced in scale or not funded by the grant. Both Kokomo Mayor Tyler Moore and Howard County Commissioner Paul Wyman have indicated that discussions concerning the allocation of the $30 million should happen within the next month. Ready for the Kokomo Speedway. Local leaders ask for $350,000 to upgrade drainage and wastewater services. The Kokomo Speedway has been a North End mainstay for decades, and it's largely the same as it was when it opened in 1947. Local economic development leaders have selected the Speedway as one of more than 30 projects in a 6-county region to receive funding through a Regional Economic Acceleration and Development Initiative grant. Kokomo Mayor Tyler Moore explained that the grant funding would be coupled with other public services and a sizable investment from the owners to install water and wastewater service, improve the grandstands, and construct new concession stands and restrooms. Good Eats cleared for arrival. Anthony Walker wants to be a good neighbor, and he wants his business to give something back to the community. He may get his chance thanks to the Kokomo Common Council. It approved the rezoning for a new restaurant, Good Eats, on February 21st on first reading. The eatery will be located at 2000 South Washington Street, just north of the Boulevard intersection. And Walker disclosed that construction will begin quickly so that he can open doors in May. Read these and other stories in the Kokomo Lantern. Subscribe to the Kokomo Lantern by going to kokomolantern.substack.com. Make sure you don't miss another story. I'm April Chaplin, and this has been your Kokomo Lantern Weekly Update.